family, and friends, welcome to today's ceremony honoring Aja and Hershey, Brooke Army Medical Center's two newest facility dogs. The host for today's ceremony is Colonel Mark E. Stackel, Commander, Brooke Army Medical Center. Please stand for the arrival of the official party and remain standing for the national anthem and invocation provided by Chaplain Colby Felton. Please be seated.
Let us pray. Almighty and compassionate God, as we gather on this momentous occasion to commission Aja and Hershey into the noble service of military medicine, we invite and invoke your presence and guidance. We give you thanks for these healing powers of these animals, who in their silence companionship will bring comfort and a balm of solace to those in need. Echoing Psalms 23, that even though I walk through the valley in the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for you are with me. Your rod and your staff, they comfort me. May Aja and Hershey's quiet steadfastness echo this divine comfort. Also in their silent companionship, I pray that there will be a radiant of light that pierces through the darkness of pain and suffering, embodying the spirit of Matthew 5:14. For you are the light of the world, a town built on a hill, not hidden. Bless the hands that will serve, the hearts that will empathize, the minds that will motivate the pursuit of healing. I ask that you grant strength and resilience to those who embark on the honorable journey, embracing the therapeutic alliance of our furry friends. May their commitment to animal-assisted therapy contribute to the well-being of those who have sacrificed the cause of freedom. As Aja and Hershey are commissioned today as officers and they step into their roles, may they carry the spirit of compassion, dedication to every patient, and embrace the healing potential that comes with the unique bond between human and animals. In your divine wisdom, guide them to be steadfast in their mission, compassionate in their care, and unwavering in their commitment to the principles of military medicine. May their endeavors bring hope, healing, and a sense of peace to all who they serve. We ask these things and ask your blessings on this commissioning ceremony and the journey that lies ahead. This is my prayer in your holy and precious name. I do pray. Amen.
Thank you, Chaplain Felton, for your touching remarks. Aja and Hershey's families would like to thank each of you for attending today's very special ceremony. It is my distinct pleasure to introduce our distinguished guests. Major Ildar Ibragimov, Aja's dad and secondary handler, Dr. Christopher Dillon, Chief Adolescent Medicine Services, Ms. Jennifer Higgins, and BAMC's lead facility dog, Major Bud, Major Scott Penny, and the Air Force's first facility dog, Major Mac. We would also like to acknowledge Master Sergeant McEllen, who is unable to be here today, but serves as a secondary handler to Aja, Major Bud, and Major Mac. Please join me in a round of applause. Ladies and gentlemen, the Chief Medical Officer, Brooke Army Medical Center, Colonel Joseph Hudak.
Good afternoon, everyone. As the Chief Medical Officer, I am privileged to be the command proponent for the facility dog program here at BAMC. When you see these dogs, around the facility, you just can't help but smile and feel a little better, feel just a little bit more happiness. I know our staff and our patients truly value having their furry faces around on our great days and on our not so good days. This program was one of the few silver linings that came out of the COVID pandemic. It started when Ms. Higgins approached our then CMO, Colonel Hipp, with the idea to get a facility dog to boost staff morale and to really mitigate that moral injury that all of us were feeling at the time. That was made possible with the help from Lieutenant Colonel Scott French, who is the human-animal bond consultant, and America's Vet Dogs. America's Vet Dogs is the same organization, by the way, that trained the combat operational stress dogs that deployed with our behavioral health teams to both Operation Iraqi Freedom and Operation Enduring Freedom. And while America's Vet Dogs is not the only organization that trains facility dogs, we certainly couldn't ask for a better partner. I specifically want to thank Ms. Valerie Kramer and Ms. Gabby Lugo, who are the driving force behind the facility dog program from America's Vet Dogs. And a couple months after connecting with Valerie, we were introduced to Major Bud. Last year, we added Major Mac after we heard that maybe the peds oncology area could use a facility dog, and we couldn't be happier. And after seeing the impact of both Bud and Mac, we now have decided we're going to round out our team, at least for now, with Aja and Hershey. And this is going to increase the reach of the program. Before Bud, we really couldn't have predicted what how great that impact would be, what a positive change. But honestly, now we just can't imagine BAMC without the facility dogs.
Thank you, Colonel Hudak. Before we get started with the commissioning ceremony, we would like to take a further moment to thank America's Vet Dogs for providing our 4 amazing facility dogs. America's Vet Dogs breeds, raises, and trains service dogs, guide dogs, and facility dogs for military and veteran service organizations around the country. Our facility dog program would not be possible without their generosity and continued support. Please join me in a round of applause for their partnership. Ladies and gentlemen, the Commander, Brooke Army Medical Center, Colonel Mark E. Stackel.
All right. Well, hey, it is great to see everybody. Let me just make sure this is tracking. We'll turn that over. There we go. Okay. I think that was mostly user error on my end. So anyway, it is really great to see everybody here. What a great turnout, both here in the room as well as online. I was joking with my family the other night that if I had, there's many firsts when you take command of a large medical center, right? You get a chance to see things and be part of things that you would never get a chance. But I'm not sure I ever would have imagined as a hospital commander to have an opportunity like this. And so it's really a tremendous honor. Like Colonel Hudak mentioned a few minutes ago, the facility dog program here and what it brings to both our patients and our staff in this particular case is really something that's indescribable. Sergeant Major Dobbins and I, get a chance to walk through and talk to people, and it's interesting, right? If he and I go walk into a location, a few people will be mildly interested and might come talk. But if you go and one of the dogs is with us, all of a sudden it's a magnet for people to come forward, and just the complete visible increase in positivity within that space. And so until you see it, it's hard to describe just what a powerful impact the facility dog program has on our organization. And so today we get an opportunity to welcome two new members to the team. So we'll bring in Aja, and Aja will join Major Bud as the two Army dogs that are really kind of primarily focused on supporting the over 8,500 staff members that we have working here each and every day. And that's pretty amazing to think of that many people and the lives that these dogs are going to touch. The other thing is that we're going to then have an opportunity with Hershey to not only continue to support staff, but with a special focus in the adolescent medicine area, which I think is a place where there's a particular opportunity to make a difference. A couple other things that you might be asking, why are we doing this formal-ish military ceremony and giving ranks? And I think it's kind of a special thing that we do that. That what it does enables us to communicate that these are members of our team, right? We're a military treatment facility, a military hospital, and just like all of the human staff members and teammates that we have, our facility dogs are a vital part of the team, and the military rank kind of helps support that identity. The other thing is that by commissioning them as officers, right, an expectation that we treat them and respect them for what they do each and every day, right? They work in oftentimes really, really long hours. I was here with Major Bud till after 10 o'clock at night the other night, and he tirelessly kind of keeps going, and will endure more selfies and photos and pets and hugs, and just does it tirelessly. So really a special opportunity to be able to be up here today talking about that and to be part of this great ceremony. So without further ado, let's go ahead and move forward to the ceremony.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Colonel Stackel. At this time, Command Sergeant Major Dobbins, Aja, Lieutenant Colonel Shear, Hershey, Major Elanius will join Colonel Stackel on stage. Please remain seated for this portion of the ceremony. Aja and Hershey, effective with this commissioning, you are charged with the duty to comfort and cheer others and will direct and require all dogs of lesser grade to render obedience to appropriate orders. As a lieutenant colonel and major in the Brooke Army Medical Center's facility dog program, you must set the example for facility dogs to emulate. Your conduct and professionalism, both with and without treats, must be above reproach, with no barking or jumping without being ordered to do so. You are responsible for the smiles of humans and for the safety, professional development, and well-being of your handlers. You will bring joy and comfort to all that you encounter. While observing and following the orders and directions of your handlers, Lieutenant Colonel Kristen Shear and Major Mark Elanius, and the BAMC Facility Dog secondary handlers. The United States Army, Nurse Corps, and Medical Corps have respectively placed trust and confidence in your patriotism, integrity, and abilities as a facility dog. Aja, you will now be commissioned in. Do you, Aja, take these responsibilities without reservation? If you do, give Colonel Stackel a bop. Colonel Stackel will now pin Lieutenant Colonel Aja's rank. Lieutenant Colonel Aja will now complete her first salute. Hershey, you will now be commissioned. Do you, Hershey, take these responsibilities without reservation? If you do, give Colonel Stackle a bop. Colonel Stackle will now pin Major Hershey's rank. Major Hershey will now complete his first salute. Colonel Stackle, Command Sergeant Major Dobbins, Aja, and Hershey will move to the center of the stage and turn to face the audience for photos. Aja is hereby commissioned as a lieutenant colonel in the United States Army Nurse Corps, and Hershey is hereby commissioned as a major in the United States Army Medical Corps. On this, the 8th day of December, 2023. Please join me in a round of applause for the United States Army's newest facility dogs, Lieutenant Colonel Aja and Major Hershey. The official party will now return to their seats. And at this time, please stand for the singing of the Air Force and Army songs and remain standing for the departure of the official party. The words of the Air Force and Army songs can be found on the back of the page of the program.
March along, sing a song with the army of the free. Count the brave, count the true, who have fought to victory. We're the army and proud of our name. We're the army and proudly proclaim. First to fight for the right and to build the nation's might, and the army goes rolling along. Proud of all we have done, fighting till the battle's won, and the army goes rolling along. And it's high, high, hey, the army's on its way. Cavalcade is loud and strong. For wherever we go, you will always know that the army goes rolling along.
Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes today's ceremony. Thank you for attending. Lieutenant Colonel Aja, Major Hershey, the official party, and all of the handlers would like to invite you to join them for refreshments just outside the auditorium. Once again, thank you for attending.